Thanks, Marty. Good morning, everybody. Everybody hear me? Fantastic. As Barney said, my name is Andrew Roundtree. I'm with Addison Clark Online. We're a full-service online marketing and web development company out of Richmond, Virginia. And I'm not sure if we did something right or something wrong to get the first slot of the day, but we looking forward to telling you a little bit about our organization and also a little bit about the website program that we have. Ultimately, though, the time today, since it's only 15 minutes, what we thought would be helpful, and since it's first thing in the morning, is to do something that has a little bit of an education component, but also has a little bit of entertainment value as well. So hopefully, if you're still kind of sleeping off last night and kind of slow to get started, hopefully this will be an entertaining opportunity to over the next 15 minutes to get engaged and pretty jazzed up. So our topic today is really about why your business must have a website. And this could be a really dry presentation, so we decided to go a little different route and actually come up with the top 10 reasons your business needs a website. So every big conference needs a top 10. I figured if I was going first, if somebody later does a top 10, it may look like a copycat. So we're going to kind of jump on it and do it first. So as we roll through this, in each case, we've got a little bit of educational component, a little bit of entertainment component. So roll with me, and we'll go through the top 10 reasons why your business needs a website. So number 10, your target market is online. So as we talked to folks yesterday, everybody's looking and has a good idea of who their client base is and who they'd like to have as clients. So really, no matter if you're looking for an older generation, a younger generation, or that ever-elusive, hard-to-reach market, right? They're online. And because they're online, the internet and a website is a great business tool to reach them. But just having the target market online is only half of the battle. Just because you're online doesn't necessarily mean it's a productive channel. And so I want to leave you with this statistic that really kind of talks about how folks use the internet within those target markets. 54% of all US insurance shoppers get information from online. Who's surprised by that number? Anybody? Right. The internet is a great resource for folks. But guess what? Almost all of them still prefer to buy through an agent. This is a trust and credibility and a face-to-face business that you guys are in. And so ultimately, with this J.D. Power and Associate survey, they found what we all know to be true, which is the internet's a great resource for finding information, but all those purchasing and those face-to-face interactions are really important when it comes to closing the business. Number 9, so your target market's online, but guess what? Your competition's online as well. Any of these organizations look familiar? Right? Competition is brutal. It's brutal in whether you're networking, it's brutal in whether or not you're kind of out beating the street looking for business, but it's also very brutal online as well. These guys have great presences online, and if your target market's online and your competition's online, there's a disconnect if you're not there. So number 8, the web can provide credibility. So it's great that your target market's there, and it's great that your competition's there. But if you're there, you really get the benefit of a credibility factor by having a presence online. So in the last 3 years, how many folks bought a car in the last 3 years? All right. How many people bought the first car that they walked up to and said, yep, that's the one I want, I'll take it? Yeah. Not a lot. So if you're looking for a car, you're probably going to go and you're going to do some research. And wow, wouldn't you like to buy a car, from an organization that represents itself like this? Right? But if you're not online, you're probably buying a car from this guy. Right? So really being online and using the online channel is a great way to build credibility and therefore build trust with your potential clients. Recent survey from Nielsen Company in 2009, they did a consumer trust by advertising channel. We got this information, we were just amazed. No surprise, and you guys know this because you're in the personal face-to-face business, 90% of consumers trust face-to-face personal referrals, okay? But the second highest channel for trust is actually company websites. People use the internet to get credible information. And you can see as you go through your traditional media channels of television, newspaper, magazine, radio, so forth, billboard, it declines off pretty quickly in terms of how consumers trust that judgment. So it leads to number 7, right? We didn't see on that page, where's the yellow pages, right? Well, the yellow pages are dead. But if anybody here has yellow pages, we've come up with a couple of creative things that you can do with your yellow pages if you have them, okay? And if you can get some from your friends and neighbors, it's great because you're going to need a lot to build a couch, okay? But let's say you don't have that many, so let's just build a chair, right? But I can tell you, we sat through all of the awards and everything. I hear there are a lot of overachievers out in the audience. So for the overachievers, if you can get enough, you can actually have your own island. All right, so number 6, websites can save you money. Who likes to save money? Make money, save money. All right, I knew I'd start to get folks' attention now. So, how can it save you money? Well, you know what? The internet is, and a website is a great tool overall to be able to communicate with folks, right? Think about the time and effort that your company puts into, brochures and letters and postage and things that are communication. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do these things, they're important, but the thing about the web is you can reach more people and you can change your information more often than you can cost effectively through some of these channels. And so a real opportunity to save dollars there. Also, if you think about your time and effort in potentially traveling, meeting with folks, all those unwanted phone calls you get for people that are calling for a service that you don't offer, right? And if you can get a website to take a lot of that energy and information, off your hands on a day-to-day basis, it's probably maybe one less person that you need in your organization, or one more person that you can reinvest somewhere else to grow the business. And so ultimately, there's a lot of opportunities for saving here. But the most important place that you can get savings from a website is in your time, okay? Because it's a tool that you can use as an extension of who you are and how you talk about your business to potential clients. All right, number 5, a website never sleeps. Who's still asleep? Anybody still asleep? It was the island thing, wasn't it? Yeah, that's you. So the website, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? Who would like to be out selling 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Anybody? That'd make a huge difference in your business, wouldn't it? Well, you'd look like this guy, right? That's what would happen if you were out trying to sell 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I want to leave you with probably the most important statistic of the day. This is from a very reputable firm called Addison Clark Online. We did a survey. And we found that 0.0% of all sales calls made while you're sleeping result in closed business, okay? So ultimately, if you think about this, if you're trying to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you're making sales calls when you're asleep, probably not going to close business, okay? If you don't leave with anything else today, that's the one statistic to walk away with. All right, number 4. Website allows you to connect with more people. Okay? How many sales calls can you make at a time? Right? It's kind of hard. 1, 2, 3. I think this guy's trying to make 4 or so, right? Website provides leverage, right? It's a place where you can put your message and send individuals that you want to have them understand what it is you do and how you do it as a first step to help facilitate the process of connecting with more people. Okay? All right, number 3, websites can help you with recruiting. Who's building a team? Anybody building a team? Yep. Well, I get asked all the time from our other clients, right? How do we attract talent using the internet, right? And ultimately, our story, first and foremost, is you gotta be there. Your recruiting message has to be there, right? And if you're there and you put a professional presence in front of potential recruits, they're looking for it. Over 4 million Americans search the web for new career opportunities daily. Daily. Right? That's a huge opportunity. Huge opportunity. All right, number 2, a website can increase your sales. We're back to that. Anybody want to increase sales? Right? All right. Well, in sales, it's really ABCs, right? It's always be closing. And what a website does is it allows you to have those first conversations that kind of present the information about who you are and what you do to free you up so that you can always be closing. All right? So here's another statistic, last statistic of the day. According to the Small Business Administration, small businesses with a website generate 39% higher sales than those without websites. Okay? I like this statistic since we're in the website business, but that's amazing. Can you imagine if you throw 39% on where your business is today? Right? That's a huge, huge difference. All right, so the number 1 reason why everybody should have a website. Now, ready for this? The website is everywhere. And this is our kind of public service announcement component of the presentation. I want you to remember that what happens in Vegas, okay? No, it stays on Google and Flickr and Facebook and YouTube, right? I got some YouTube stuff with some folks last night. Y'all don't know I have it, but I've got it. All right? So the internet, and specifically, websites have really created a dynamic in our world today where information is out there. It's readily available, okay? So the thing to understand and remember is there is a story being written about you and your business today online, okay? And that can be a really creepy thing for folks, but it's something you really need to understand. That information is going to be out there, whether you want it to be out there or not. And so ultimately, you want to make sure if that story is being written, that you've got the pen. Okay? So what's that mean for us in our website program? So overall, we've got the pen for you.